What's up? Once again, come back to you with my 2%. That's right, the hardest part they leave in the milk on my thoughts and reaction from this Oklahoma City game versus the other team that doesn't even need to be talked about. Now they're playing as the Pelicans. But anyway, no, it was a really fun game. Way better than what we got from the Lakers game because it's like they actually were playing basketball, and it was a lot of back and forth. And I mean, I know C.J. McCollum is real, and Valanciunas is like on the Pelican, but it's really two young teams. You got Brennan Ingram. And I was like, I mean, he's been in the league a while, but he's still young. You know what I'm saying? But it's against the OKC squad where it's like pretty much if you don't play 2K, you probably don't know who any of these dudes is. So you got Giddy coming out here, Dort coming out here. You might remember Dort, he was the one that blocked hard a couple years ago, and everybody was like, well, he can't shoot. Now he over here. Well, he still can't really shoot, but he over here putting up buckets and whatnot. But Shea Gillis Alexander is over here going to the hoop all the time, shooting threes on him or whatever. Ain't even like his crazy part of the game, but it's like he really still really good. Anyway, so I was like, wasn't able to watch like the whole. I watched like especially the second half or whatnot, and it was really entertaining. I was like, they were going back and forth. They actually like were playing concepts of like actually running plays, whatnot. Although you were just getting out there and it was just like mano a mano, where it's like Ingram, bam, McCollum, bam, Giddy taking it to him or whatnot, and at one point it looked like OKC had a lead for like a good majority of the second half. Looked like their inexperience was getting the better of them, kind of just like they were just like doing dumb plays where they were just like bunched in together, or they wasn't able to like pass it. They wasn't able to get the Shea and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, the Pelicans were playing really good defense with Richardson and Herbert Jones out there playing pretty good, giving them good minutes. I was like Marshall was giving them good minutes or whatnot, and they were doing. I was like, they was like doing really well of like maintaining, and they was trying to like it's like okay, Giddy's in, Shea on the bench, Shea's in, Giddy's on the bench, Dort is on the bench, Jalen Williams on the bench or whatnot, but. So it was good. So it was good back and forth, and you seen, but like it's like it one of those where like it seemed like the coach actually knew, like it wasn't one of those where it was like superstar just go play. It was actually something where it was like, oh okay, cool. There was some play like you could see like Willie Green over here telling them like, hey, we need to spread the ball, pass it around, get like play with space, kick it to the open man or whatnot. Sometimes CJ McCollum, I ain't gonna lie, frustrates me because he's over here sometimes where I'm like, yo, give it to Ingram or pass the ball. I was like, give it up, man. Like I was like, he like, I don't know. I was like, I still like McCollum, and not like I don't like him or nothing like that. But he ain't the same dude that was with Dame in the same way that you could tell like he ain't that dude anymore. But he's still good. Like if this is a team that had Zion with Ingram and McCollum, then I was like, McCollum fits a lot better, but you need like such a big scoring punch from him because I was like, even though the other players like Murphy and all them can score, they're not scorers in that way. So, but I was like, but Valanciunas was out here grabbing board, but it's really because OKC really don't have like dudes that's on his size. Like even Jackson Hayes is bigger than some of they dudes or whatever. But OKC, I was like, and Valanciunas can shoot threes, but I was like, but the Thunder can like spread you. I was like, spread you out a little bit more. I don't know. I just think that because they're just a little bit younger and athletic or whatnot. But that whole ending of the sequence of like towards like the end of the game though was really wild. Of like OKC lost a lead, had to come back, but then I was like, then you had like the first of all you had that flagrant, which I was like Richardson. I don't really think he hit him below the belt, but I can also understand like you also get hit there, you ain't really gonna be thinking in your mind that he didn't. So, but I really didn't have any like a particular team that I wanted to win. I sort of wanted both to win in a weird way. Like like either way, I wanted both whoever won this game. I was like, I want them to beat Minnesota off the rip. Whatever, Minnesota. I like Anthony Edwards, but that's really it. I was like Carl, not really, but I saw I was like I really cause I was like I really feel like the Thunder or the Pelicans can give the Nuggets like 6 games. I feel like they can take them to 6 games. I don't think they can beat them or whatnot. I think OKC while Shea, while Shea and Giddy and and I was like, they got like some nice young players with like Williams and Joe and whatnot. While they got like good players, I mentioned Dort earlier. While they got good players, they just still a little bit. We'll see how it is when Chet comes back. The Pelicans, I think, actually probably could beat them even without Zion. With Zion, I was like, yeah, I think they would be able to beat them. But without Zion, I think they would. I think they could beat them, but it would still be tough. But I was like, I'm just really sort of looking like for like good games here. So I'm like, I was like, I don't know if the Timberwolves will have enough to really play the Nuggets. But then again, I was like, Carl taking on Jokic and Edwards, with against like Murray, like canceling them out or whatnot. It still might be a good series. I was like, like with them series, you really just looking like who gonna show up and who gonna like show out, and that's sort of what I'm looking for with this one. So either way, it was a really fun night. The play-ins have been pretty good so far on the Western side. The Eastern side, man, I was like, I never really decided to really catch up with them. I was like, that Pascal Siakam foul was bull crap. But other than that, the East, I'm waiting till the playoffs to start. And even then, the West is really just more exciting. But anyway, like I said, that's my little analysis of it. I was like, ain't really too much here to see. I was like, just me talking some shit. Whatever. But good night to all y'all, or morning, or have fun if you're watching the video. If not, then I guess I'm not talking to you. Ah.